Great Parenting by Prime, LeBron, Cam Newton addresses nepotism critique against Bronny James and Shedeur Sanders. Shedeur Sanders and Bronny James are in enviable yet historically difficult positions. Their fathers are two of the greatest athletes in the history of their respective sports. Each child had an inside edge on learning how to succeed in said sport because of their relationships. However, they both had to deal with immense criticism due to those same ties. For Shedeur, those negative words came from the NFL scouting combine. LeBron James believes those words came from Stephen A. Smith about Bronny, and confronted Smith about his thoughts earlier this week. Cam Newton discussed the situation surrounding Bronny, Shedeur and LeBron on his 4THN1 podcast. He understands why LeBron came to Bronny's defense, and applauded him for doing so. At the same time, he thinks LeBron isn't viewing Bronny through the proper lens when it comes to negative press. Sooner or later, you're going to have to kick that bird out that nest. Some people do it sooner than later. Nepotism? Cool. Do you call it bad parenting? F***ck no, that's great parenting by Prime. That's great parenting by LeBron. But, there's no person above ridicule in any professional sport, whether that's your son, sister, mother, or father. People have jobs to do, he said. And Newton asked if media members are supposed to ask Cam Ward's dad, or Tom Brady's dad, for permission before talking about them. He said the LeBron that confronted Smith was the father, not the teammate. Does Cam Newton have a point? Nepotism definitely has its advantages. Shedeur Sanders has acknowledged as much in the past. You have an inside track to resources unavailable to the vast majority of the population. This can give you a leg up on whatever dream you're chasing. Bronny has benefited from this. He averaged just 4.8 points, 2.8 rebounds, and 2.1 assists at USC last season. Those numbers aren't getting any other college player selected in the NBA draft. That said, Bronny still had to actually put himself in position to make the NBA. He wouldn't have been drafted if he had absolutely no chance of succeeding. His production in the NBA G League shows his potential. In the NBA, though, Bronny is shooting a paltry 25.8% from the field. He's showing promise in the G League, but not contributing in the NBA. This is where Smith's criticism for LeBron comes from, and where Newton's point is confirmed. If LeBron viewed Bronny through the teammate lens, he'd be in the G League. LeBron is fine to keep Bronny in the NBA if he wants. But getting mad at people for saying he's the reason Bronny is in the NBA, and twisting those thoughts into criticism of Bronny, isn't a teammate defending a teammate. It's a father defending his son.